reports and information from myself.
Go ahead.
Okay, great. So tonight's meeting is quite full, and the past couple meetings have been very, very full. And it can be frustrating to have that much packed in, and certainly frustrating to have it go late. So we can do a couple things for our next couple meetings. We can reduce the number of things we have, or we can, in my view, my preference is to up our performance to work within that time frame. And my experience is it just takes more advanced preparation to do that. So tonight we'll go how it goes. We do have a lot, and suggest that we move as quickly as possible. Anyone who's speaking, anyone who's involved with anything you're talking about is available to answer any detailed questions, and is happy to take any feedback and input from you. All right, next up, Frank Ponciano from the Office of Councilmember Rocha.
All right, good evening, guys. So I passed out some 2 sheets with information. There are 2 remaining sheets which I'm going to start passing out now, so by the time we speak about them, everybody has them. And we are going to do this at warp speed, I promise. So the first thing that I passed out is regarding the Complete Streets design standards, which the council deliberated on May 1st. And they chose to adopt the San Jose Complete Streets design standards and guidelines that will serve as the official street design guide to be used by staff, and that is DOT, and the design of San Jose streets for all roadway users. And there's some really exciting stuff. Essentially, this is about making streets more pedestrian friendly, more bike friendly, and car acceptable. So we're not forgetting about cars, but we're certainly making our streets more inclusive and safer for all kinds of folks and different styles, modes of transportation. If you look at the sheet over here, you'll see some description of what this is all about, and in the back you'll see kind of a nice diagram that kind of goes through some examples of what this guide will entail and what our streets going forward will look like. Some really exciting stuff coming down the pipeline on that. The second thing which I want to quickly go through is at the end of April there was yet another academy graduation for the SJPD. We had 47 graduates added. 9 of them were female, which was a very high mark, and you know that is well, that's awesome. It's still kind of low, and so we need to work on that as well. At this moment, and I think these numbers are pretty important. If you look at the bottom paragraph, the department is authorized to have 1,109 officers within its ranks. This class, as well as the one that will graduate in the fall, will bring the total to 1,035, which is very significant, because for the first time we're going to cross the 1,000 officer mark in a few years, and so that's awesome work, and really got to commend the chief and the rest of the rank and file. The last thing, the last 2 things I'll go through rather quickly. There are events. I'm sure you guys have all heard about National Night Out. It's really an important yearly event that happens in August. And it's really all about fostering a healthy relationship between the community and our law enforcement, and really spreading, more knowledge and awareness around crime prevention specifically, as well as other things. And so you could read some information about it. As neighborhood commissioners, you guys are talking to neighborhood organizations out there. This is where it starts. It's really a grassroots thing, and so we want the neighborhood organizations to say, hey, how about we have a National Night Out in our local park? That way we bring people out and work on the awareness and the relationships. And the last thing is, tomorrow is Bike to Work Day, as you guys probably know already. That is May 10th. And so if you could, if it's possible, grab your bike and ride to work. There will be an event, which is kind of the main event will happen here at MLK Library in the corner, main entrance. And it will be starting at 7 a.m. There will be remarks from public officials at 7:20. And one thing that has happened in the last few years, which no guarantee will happen tomorrow, but it's kind of a cool thing to expect, is that the Viva Calle route has been announced in this event in prior years, and so it's something to look forward to. Thank you guys, that's all I have, I hope that was fast
That
enough.
is lovely. Thank you. Very succinct, and thank you for taking the time tonight. And with such good news. Great. No? No? Hold, please. Thank you. We can talk offline. Sabrina,
Hi.
are you okay to say a few words?
Yes. So, quick fun thing. I have the little foldouts for Make Music Day, which is the first full day of summer. No, I'm sorry, it's the longest day of the year. It's always the longest day of the year. And this is a international actual day, all about encouraging people to try making music in ways that they have never done before. This doesn't have all of the events in it, but what it does have is a link to the website where you can look up events. You can sign up if you would like to perform. You can also sign up your location if you're willing to let people come and perform at your location. So there's a bunch of different ways to get involved, and it's everything from children making music on non-traditional instruments to people who actually play music. There's something called, I'm not gonna remember what they're called now, but it's on their website. It's like something orchestra, and basically all people get music ahead of time, and then they come together and they play together for the first time, like at this event. To official events, things you can watch, things drumming, a whole bunch of different variety of things. So this is the third year San Jose has participated, and I encourage you all to share it, because one of the beautiful things about those foldouts is they're in all 3 languages. So please pass them along. That's number 1. Number 2 is, you guys have heard me say it, and I'm going to say it again, census. We are still doing the update to the areas that are likely to have a lot of non-traditional housing in them, which means converted garages, in-law units, parked RVs, anything that's sort of permanent. We're adding those to our list that we're sending the Census Bureau so that they can then send multiple census forms to the same household so that each individual family can actually fill out their own form. And that also means that if somebody doesn't return, if one family in the household returns their form and the other one doesn't, then they continue to be on the active list. So the census will send enumerators once the census is supposed to have been completed, which is April of 2020. We have until the end of June to send the Census Bureau back our completed file. So that means that this Saturday and next Saturday, we are having 2 canvassing days, and we need people to come. We need you guys to come. All you need is a charged cell phone, walking shoes, a hat. We will give you a bag, we'll give you turf, we'll give you water, we will give you training, and it's from 9 till, you'll for sure be out by 1:30, so it's not even a full day. We have 2 locations, one is 7 Trees and the other one is the Mexican Heritage Plaza. And it's this Saturday and next Saturday. So please, I am begging you to talk to all of your neighborhood associations. I'm also begging you to actually come yourselves. Any questions? Okay.
Sorry, and let me actually say, at the last meeting, which was a non-scheduled meeting, I was a little loose about calling on people. There was some side talk, and there was some, like, I think disrespectful side commentary. So let's keep that clean tonight. Also, I didn't call on Commissioner Martin when he raised his hand, and I apologize about that. So I'll be calling on folks a little bit more tightly tonight. So Commissioner Cunningham.
Yeah, could you send me an email and links, because I have a D1 meeting this Saturday, I can talk now.
For next Saturday, for the 19th?
Yeah.
Okay.
Did you say it was for the 19th, not this Saturday?
It's for both the 12th and the
So
19th.
I was going to say, we have a D1 caucus.
Yes. So for those of you who are not going to the D1 caucus, and or for your neighborhood associations, please make the announcement. And I actually will follow up with an email because we have a little blurb we sent out to everybody in the city today.
Thank you very much, Sabrina.